This one for WWE champions. Pay to win like every day, yeah.
I don't play mobile games.
Funny how they still think I'm a broke man.
Then I'm broke.
Even though I be pulling Hogan's. I spent like 40 grand on a couple thousand pictures of some sweaty men.
Okay, one last story, and this one's kind of interesting. It's not gaming related. All right? Still gamers and everybody wants. I don't know. Anyway, okay, one last story, and this one's kind of interesting. It's not gaming related. All right? So as we all know, Twitter is no longer called Twitter. It's called X. It was bought out by Elon Musk for about a year now. And, you know, a lot of people say they like it better. A lot of people say they don't like it as much. I'll be honest. I think that it's a mess. I think that since, you know, it was taken over, the feeds are awful. Like, you can't really get a lot of meaningful information anymore just in your feed. You get spoon-fed a bunch of shit you don't want, and you try to get it out of your feed, and it comes back. So you try to get it out of your feed again, and it comes back again. Like, the bots they're using to figure out an algorithm of what you want to watch are terrible. It's like they're trying to purposefully feed you certain content you don't want, and you can't get rid of it. It's really fucking annoying. So, get this. This is not critics of X. This is actual people who own spam bots have actually come out in interviews now and said it has gotten way easier to drive traffic since Elon Musk bought Twitter. Here's why. The site just has way less moderation because when Elon bought it, he fired everybody. He brought in his own people, but he has way less staffing. So the moderation is way less. Gaming top-rated replies on bigger accounts is easy to do. So you look for a big celebrity or a big person who tweets. You find a top-rated reply and you game it. You immediately respond to that with a bunch of your spam shit. So when people are trying to read replies to an important tweet, they see a bunch of advertisements and crap. Okay? Using blue checks for amplification. That's right. You can now pay for the blue check mark and you get guaranteed verified status, which literally means nothing. It means nothing anymore. It's worthless on Twitter. And what ends up happening is all your tweets get priority. So the bots get priority over real people now. And they made a killing off of the Netflix and FUCKME posts. Now, I don't know exactly what that means, but for what I'm to understand, even though Twitter has censorship of sexual content, you can do things like just separate letters in a word. You can use, like for example, like there's bots out there that are, for no exaggeration, like adult sites, okay? So what they do is they post up, and it'll be like, parentheses F, parentheses, parentheses U, parentheses, parentheses C, parentheses, you see? So they're just doing that, and it just completely bypasses all the moderation on the site. So any human, of course, a robot is stupid and can't catch that, but a human knows what that means. So they're just immediately getting all, basically, adult-rated sexual content onto X, and no one's doing anything about it. It's ridiculous. And then, just listen to this. Tons of OnlyFans accounts are actually run by agencies, not by the people who they claim are operating the accounts. They talk simultaneously to dozens of people at a time, and the people think they're actually talking to models when they're not. They're actually talking to male operators who are pretending to be people, basically catfishing them. It even says every guy who works for us have 3 or more monitors, and they're talking to like 5 to 10 people at a time, and they're just gaming this X system, and the people are so dumb they all fall for it, right? Now, none of this existed at all before Elon bought X. But when he bought Twitter, he changed it, he reduced the moderation, and now the site is basically a shit show. And it's sad. Listen, here's the thing. I don't like censorship. And absolutely positively, before Elon bought X or Twitter or whatever, okay? Basically, it was one way leaning politically to the left, okay? The owners of Twitter admitted it, okay? So now Elon buys it, and he says, well, I want free speech. Well, in honesty, all that means is that basically the people who used to not be able to talk on Twitter are back. So now what you see is a flooding to the right. That's just, again, it's the pendulum swinging. It was all the way to the left. Well, he buys it. Well, now it's just going to go all the way to the right. Like, it's just a natural thing. Maybe eventually it'll even out and be moderate in the middle. But right now, it's just all the way the other way. Okay? And because he bought it, but didn't basically care about making it, well run, honestly, the whole site's inundated with garbage now. So, you're trying to use the site. Like me, it's harder now. It's way harder now for me to get news stories for this show. I try to get news for you guys, and it's like a nightmare trying to get news stories for the podcast, because half the time I can't find anything because I'm inundated with crap. So it's what idiots want to push forward, what the bots keep pushing each day. Some of the big trends on Twitter every day are bots, meaning the bots all said this phrase. And so what is this phrase? You click on it, it's just a bunch of bots repeating it. Literally, it's all the same tweet 50 million times by a bunch of fucking robots. So it just promotes crap. It's like, what is this? This shouldn't even be on the site. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I'm not surprised to hear a story that all this stuff is going terrible. You know what I mean? So, anyway. It's just funny because they say, it goes this way, then it goes this way. It does. Only, is it better either way? I don't think so. I think what we need a level-headed person who's serious about just operating the business for being like a fair place to talk, as opposed to, oh, well, I'm totally left. Well, I'm totally right. Well, I want it to be a free speech, but then that means that all these fucking bots come in and ruin the site. Like, what? Like, no. It's just funny because a lot of the things that Elon said, like, he's like, I think the only way we're going to get rid of bots is to make verified memberships paid for. No, what? Like, it's such a lie when he said shit like that. It's like, what did it do? No, it just made the bots get priority because they paid for it, you stupid idiot.